All right, part two, things I won't miss about being fat. 9:52 at night. Just well, I didn't, but give birth to my daughter this morning. Lack of sleep, whatever. Anyways, the next thing, I think the last thing I left off with was one of the things I won't hate about being fat is being hot all the time, sweating excessively. The next thing is going to be um, anxiety, depression, and embarrassment. I think all those go hand in hand. I don't think it's anything different than anybody else lists, but it is a problem. I get a lot of anxiety. It's amazing how, uh, and I might talk about this later on in one of the other issues, but since it's on my mind, I'll go ahead and touch on it. It's amazing how you can, as a heavier person, you can walk into a room and you just know somebody looking at you, or you know somebody's thinking, "My God in heaven, when they gonna lose weight?" You just know. And in reality, probably nobody really cares because everybody out there is probably worried about what everybody's thinking of everybody else. So, or no, everybody out there is worried about what everybody else is thinking about them. So anyway, but I have that issue, and it gives me anxiety. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. The depression part, um, I think I really feel like being overweight is at the core of my depression and anxiety. I really do. I think, and I've told my wife this several times, that if I could just get if I can just get the weight loss, it changed so much. It just like you change the core, it would spread out to every area in my life and change everything. And I'm not going to say that the depression would go away 100% or would never come back in any small instances, but it would dramatically improve it. Um, it is, when people talk about the quality of life being less for people that are heavy, yeah, that's true. It is not a good quality of life, and though we try our hardest to be in the moment, so to speak, um, it just isn't what it was meant to be. And so I think that uh, it's definitely one of the things I won't miss about being heavy. Um, and then, of course, embarrassment. I don't swim without a shirt. I'll wear a t-shirt. Well, and partly because it really keeps you from unnecessary sunburn. But another part of the issue is you don't feel like you want people to see you with your belly hanging out. So I see people and women who are proud, and they wear them two pieces, no matter what's hanging out, in what direction, and how he rolls. Good for them. That they can keep that inner confidence. I don't share that same confidence at this stage, but we're getting there, taking the steps, and that's important. Uh, how about not being comfortable in my own skin, especially like when walking in a room, and that's one of the things I was touching on earlier. Just not feeling like I can't walk into a room without assuming somebody's judging, which again, you can almost convince yourself that they're not, but you always have that thought that somebody is, and so it makes you self-conscious. Is my britches pulled up high enough? My stomach hanging out somewhere? Hopefully people don't notice my rolls bulging out my shirt. Things like that. It makes for an uncomfortable um, any kind of event. It literally prevents me from doing things. It really does. Um, things like something simple like one of the things I won't miss is just like we'll go out and catch a pass. My brother and I used to throw football all the time. Boy, run out catch a pass was no big thing. We were used to that. Nowadays I'll run out catch a pass. And it's like, whew, give me 10 minutes to sit down for a second. I'll try another one. But it's really silly. It was something so simple, but one of those things. Having a hard time getting up off the floor. That's one of those simple things, you know. Um, Man, I remember, you know, when I was a little kid and stuff, I spin, flip, and roll all over that floor and bounce up, back down, up, down, up, down, and it wasn't no thing. But now, you know, you you have to carefully think about, why am I getting on the floor? Is it an important enough reason to get on that floor? Because it's going to be awful difficult trying to get up. So I need to make sure that when I get on the floor, I do all the things I need to do while I'm down there, so that I don't have to bend over. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you tend to try to pick things up with your feet, so you don't have to bend over and grab it or kneel down. Um, and it really does hurt the knees trying to get back up. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. Um, so that's another one of those simple things that, you know, I won't miss having that issue, that problem. How about disliking the way you look in the mirror? You know, you can look in the mirror and comb your hair all 15 different ways you want to. It's not changing the obvious, you know. And you look, I think, this is my own opinion. You know, I'll say it as my own opinion, but I think that you look older, for the most part, when you're heavier. And you know, you can see it in your eyes. You know, you can see it in your face. You can see it in the sides. You know, things like this, things that just make it look like you're older, and really you're not. You know, and you got them little bags. I don't know why I did that, but anyway. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Being concerned about the condition of my arteries. That's a serious one. It goes along with lines with everybody's, you know, I'm concerned about my health. So I can pretty much guarantee, since I have high cholesterol, that there is some plaque build up in the arteries. You know, and that can lead to issues. My dad has had, at age 50, heart attack. Cousins and uncles have had brain aneurysms, which doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the plaque in it, but they've had strokes in my family. A lot of things that lead to believing that one could have some risks along the cardiovascular system. So that's something that I keep in mind, that I think about from time to time. So we'll cut this part 2 here short. Well, not really short, but we'll cut it off right here. And I'm going to make a part 3, so I'll make it easy to switch between the two of them. So calling this one quits.